As you guys know, the Miss South Africa organization recently revealed their top 30 judging day content to us. Now, during the judging day, the girls were presenting themselves on stage, doing an introduction of themselves, and then they were each asked 2 questions to answer on stage. And I thought that this day was very revealing because one of my favorites actually did the worst on the day, because she does have sort of nervous issues, it would seem, because she really struggled. I feel like she had heart palpitations, and I felt so sorry for Sinetlatla on that stage, guys.
Greetings, I am Sinetlatla Cassandra Mtetwa, a 23-year-old. Sorry.
That's fine.
I believe that as the youth of South Africa, we can create a self-sufficient South Africa. Sorry, I speak very fast. I'm sorry. South Africa is home to a lot of innovative minds, talent, and South Africa is home to a lot of talent and innovation minds.
Breathe, girl. You're doing great. Doing great.
Thank you. I am currently reading. I'm currently reading a book by Varsity College.
Okay, breathe.
Wow, it's reading so far.
No, it's okay.
Check it out.
Continue. Breathe, mama. Breathe.
She was one of my favorites, but alas, it is what it is. In this video, I wanted to talk, however, about my top 10 favorites from the Miss South Africa judging day. And guys, I wanted to share some of the footage and them talking, just so you guys can get the idea of what I'm talking about. And this is going to be in no particular order. However, I will highlight when somebody is like one of the tops, like a step above the rest, because there are 3 out of 10 of these women who I do feel like are just a class above the rest.
Hello judges, my name is Andrea Morrison and I'm from Durban, Kwa-Zulu Natal. I want to be known as a teacher who didn't just complain but took action.
And you push the button and it gives you a card which tells you what your potential is. What would that card say? One word, and tell me why.
Thank you for your question. That card would say limitless, because the possibilities are limitless. What you believe you can achieve, it's possible. So I would see myself as Miss South Africa. I would see myself as Dr. Andrea Morrison. I would see myself as a published author. I would see myself as the owner of schools. I would see myself as a game changer. I would see myself as a developer of the youth. Thank you.
If you had to be president for an hour, what is the first thing you would do in that hour?
So if I had to be president for an hour, the first thing I would tackle is our education policies. I mean, it's been 10 years since we have made any changes in our education policies. We are dealing with a whole new generation, but we have the same policies which are catering to different people. So the first thing I would do is tackle our education policies, changing things that do no longer cater to this generation, and enforce things that will push them to reach their full potential.
First up, I have Andrea. Andrea styled herself, I feel like, in a way that suits her. Her introduction was very to the point. She didn't waste too much time. I do appreciate that about her. When it came to her answers, you can tell that she sort of takes a second to think about what she's going to say before she says it, but then she goes on to answer all of her questions amazingly. So I definitely feel like Andrea should not be overlooked at Miss South Africa this year. She definitely has something about her. She definitely is a great talker, a great speaker, and I like that about her.
Hello judges, my name is Demoivre, but also known as Nolo Dee. I'm 26 years old from Limpopo. I'm a media practitioner, model, and I'm the founder of an NGO called Information. I'm passionate about life and about South Africa. Thank you.
If you could choose, would you drive a car that looks like a Ferrari, but it's got an Uno engine? Or would you rather drive a car that looks like a Uno, but it's got a Ferrari engine?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Firstly, obviously, we all love to be in a car that looks good. But if the engine is not taking me where I want to go, I'm definitely not opting for that. So I would definitely have a car that does not look like a Ferrari, but has... right? But I'll definitely opt for that option, because if I can go anywhere faster, but you know, having to be in a little cute thing, that's fine. We can make it work.
All right. It's Demoivre?
Demoivre, yes.
Okay, what language is that?
It's French.
Oh, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Okay, that's all I know, darling. How would you leverage social media to positively impact the lives of South Africans if you win the title?
Well, right now we're living in a digital era, which is a beautiful, beautiful platform. It has its pros and cons, but I feel like what I would do with the platform, which I am doing as myself, Nolo Dee, is I'm reaching out to organizations to help my community back in Limpopo. So as in South Africa, how I would use that platform, I would continue doing what I'm doing, but of course with a bigger team and a bigger help that I would be receiving from the Miss South Africa organization. But I would definitely leverage that to get more organizations sponsorships, especially in terms of skills and resources and mentorship in South Africa.
Next we have Demoivre, and as promised, Demoivre is one of those women who I do feel like is a cut above the rest when it comes to her presence, when it comes to her speaking. I mean, she just answered her questions perfectly and so charismatically. She has this very commanding Miss South Africa presence. I wasn't mad about her outfit either. However, my one problem with Demoivre is her hair. But I do feel like at some point the Miss South Africa organization will definitely change her hair, because yeah, it doesn't really work for her, I don't think, in terms of like her neck length and things like that. But Demoivre to me is one of my favorites from the day.
Good morning, judges. My name is Bjalane. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Mpumalanga. And can I just say, it has been an amazing journey thus far. I've been seeing you, I don't know, for the last few days of the announcement, and I'm really excited to be here. I'm a skills development facilitator by profession, and I'm also doing my honours in psychology, hoping that I one day become an educational psychologist. Thank you.
Which one of the Miss South Africa pillars do you identify with most, and why?
One of the 4 pillars that I identify with is championship. I am advocating for sports, and right now we don't have enough female who are making it out there in the industry, in the field of sports. And so Miss South Africa is saying that they are championing for women empowerment is really something that resonates with me, because I am championing for women, and I want women to succeed in life and to really make it and use the most out of their opportunities. Thank you.
What book are you currently reading, or that's next to your bedside table?
Okay, a book that I'm currently reading right now is called Surrounded by Idiots. The title of the book obviously is a little bit catchy and can get someone off guard, but really it's about navigating life with people with different personalities and understanding their personalities in your environment, especially in the environment that I'm working in, your skills development environment. It's very important to understand who's who, and that's the best way you can go about really understanding the people around you.
Then we have Kibale. I love this outfit, this color on her, it's just so chic. However, during her introduction, I must say she did fumble a tiny bit, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't really, really bad. I do still like her because her answers were gorgeous. She gave the most beautiful answers in a natural and sincere way. So I'm still obsessed with Kibale.
Hi ladies, how are you? My name is Leila Zubair. I am originally raised in Cape Town Park. I'm 29 years old and I'm a mother of 2. And I'm so happy that I was given an opportunity to be here and to participate, so I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Do you think history is important, and why?
It is important because people need to know what has happened in the past in order to know how to carry on in the future. Yes.
Why is it important for us to have a female president in the future? And what exactly would that do for our country?
Because it's teaching young women that they can take on that leadership role and that they are not limited to anything and they can achieve anything they put their mind to. So I think it's important because when we set those standards, then women can feel that they are not limited to anything. So they can go out there and work hard and know that they are not limited because of their gender, but basically based on their ability to perform. So I think it opens the opportunity for anyone to take on that leadership role.
Then we have Layla, and keep in mind, Layla is actually a mom. She is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I loved her outfit. I love her look. She just has this very unique look about her. She is so beautiful. She's so sweet and engaging also during her introduction. I loved her. And, you know, she's very confident. She's just been so impressive, especially with her answers as well. She gave great answers to the questions. And I like Layla a lot. I feel like she could be the very first mother to be crowned Miss South Africa if she keeps this up.
Good morning, judges. My name is Lebohang Khoza. I am 27 years old of age. I come from the city of Pietermaritzburg, the city of choice in KwaZulu Natal. By profession, I'm an impact educator. I teach dramatic arts and choreography. Thank you.
You're on a bus and you meet somebody from out of town or out of the country rather. How do you explain the 16th of June on Youth Day to them?
The 16th of June was a day where the youth decided to create an uprising in order to challenge the norms in society. And for me, I would describe the 16th of June was a day where we activated awareness of the norms that were at that time prevalent, to change that, to change the system. And the 16th of June is also a day that actually symbolizes the young people of South Africa, showing that they have a voice, showing that they have power towards the topic of change.
If you had to choose, you could drive a car that looks like a Ferrari, but it's got an Uno engine. Would you rather drive that car, or would you drive a car that looks like an Uno, but it's got a Ferrari engine?
I would choose the car that has the Ferrari engine, but that looks like an Uno. Because I think the journey, having petrol, and having energy to actually last you for the journey is more important than how the journey actually looks. So being able to go far is actually most important than actually how the situation looks at that moment. For me, that's what this question actually represents. How something looks compared to what something actually carries, like the substance of that thing per se.
Then we have Lebohang. Lebohang came out in straight up office attire, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but she did make up for it with her questions. She has such a firm understanding of what answers to assign to what questions, what answers the judges are actually looking for their questions, and I feel like that is an unlearnable skill. You know, it's an unteachable skill rather, and she definitely has that. She had a slight stumble in her introduction with the old and of age thing, but still, it's not bad. She more than makes up for it later on during Q&A.
Hello judges, I am Maldrik van Doorsveld. I'm 27 years old and I am from Boksburg, Gauteng, but I currently live in Pretoria, Gauteng. This journey to Miss South Africa is dedicated to my late mother, who dedicated her life to servicing children with intellectual and physical disabilities, and I am here to honor her legacy. Thank you.
Goeie
Afternoon.
Do you think that social media has helped or hurt our society?
I think that social media has helped our society in the sense that we are much more aware of what is going on in the world, and we know which causes to really attribute our love to.
You're sitting on a bus and you meet somebody from overseas and they ask you about Youth Day that's coming up. How do you describe it to them?
I love this question because Youth Day commemorates a day that's so important in South African history, and I get chills thinking about it. It was a day that the youth really came together and stood up for their human rights, and that in a nutshell is the power of South Africans.
Then we had Marjorie. Marjorie was such a surprise to me, guys. I adored her. I have adored her since Top 30 Judging Day. She is just gorgeous. Like, this outfit, is it not just her? Could you conceptualize a better outfit for her? I couldn't. Her introduction was very touching. She just reminds me of Debbie Lee in the best way. And she definitely has the it factor. I've been saying this. Marjorie has the Miss South Africa it factor. She nailed the questions. She just has what it takes, I think, to be a Miss South Africa.
Hello judges, my name is Bjalane. I am 28 years old. I study part-time marketing. I'm a marketing manager and I also do modeling. So I want to inform you all, I am deaf with a cochlear implant. It's my superpower. If there's any negativity, switch it off. Thank you so much for your time.
Mia, if you could have dinner with anyone in the world, who would that be and why?
Sorry, do you mind repeating the question again for me, please?
If you could have dinner with anyone in the world, who would that be and why?
If I could have dinner with anyone in the world, it will be Bethany Hamilton. She's a surfer that lost her arm and has overcome it and became a great surfer again. And I think it's highly inspirational how she overcame challenges. And I can relate to that a lot, so that is why. And I would love to take some inspiration from her as well. Thank you.
What makes you strong and stand out?
What makes me strong? It's inner strength, having overcome a lot, being so radically different, and just knowing my why, and why I am doing what I am doing, to help create a space for people like me who are different, to show them if you stand tall, confident, you will create a space for yourself, because if you believe in yourself, others will believe in you too. And that is what makes me strong, knowing it's not just for me, but for others as well.
Then we have Mia LaRue. You guys know she's the deaf contestant at Miss South Africa this year with the cochlear implants. Her outfit, for me, I do feel like the neckline wasn't the best for her body, but she was very funny and cute during her introduction. I loved her during her introduction. You know, I've always been sort of on the fence about Mia, but since introduction, I adore her. You know, she gave great answers to questions as well. She did ask for the first question to be repeated to her, which I'm not surprised about because, you know, she's deaf. So obviously she's not gonna be, you know, hearing things the best. But still, she performed beautifully during Top 30 Judging Day. So she did great, in my opinion. She's one of my favorites from this point forward.
Good morning, judges. My name is Nompumelelo Matuna. I am 29 years young. Currently, I'm pursuing my master's at the University of Johannesburg. I was born and raised in Soweto, Gauteng. I am also a saxophonist in the making, which I'm still a little bit shy about, and the founder of Impumelelo Girls Mentorship.
You're back after 2019. Why?
Thanks, Steph. I'm back because I know I can. I want to not only relive my glory, but to write a new chapter. A new chapter that is full of deeper meaning in terms of my purpose, that is filled with a lot of experience, and sharing my story and being vulnerable and being pure. Because this is not a platform that just speaks to what it wants to do in empowering women. It's a platform that actions that. And I embody all of that, and that's why I'm here.
If you had to live in any other country, what country would that be and why?
I could never live outside of South Africa. I had that experience when I ran the London Marathon, and I must tell you, there is absolutely no place like home. I feel that we move everything by saying we don't have anything, or we complain about the things that are so wrong. There's so much beauty in our country. There's so much that we have to give in terms of our people, our diversity, our food, our richness and culture. So, I couldn't live outside of South Africa. Absolutely not.
Then we have Nompumelelo. I don't know, her dress, I don't want to comment on her dress because it looked a bit cheap, you know what I mean? But she more than made up for this with her speaking ability. During introduction and during her Q&A, she is a great speaker. She is so commanding. She really does answer questions amazingly well. To me, she was just very engaging. I loved Nompumelelo as a speaker at the Miss South Africa Top 30 Judging Day. Her styling, however, needs work.
Hello judges, my name is Onalena Constantine. I am 26 years old and I reside in Potchefstroom in the Northwest. I am an assisting property manager and I am a little dynamite in a small package. Tell
us about a time when you overcame defeat.
Growing up, I was bullied for being dark-skinned, but also faced domestic violence issues at home. So I feel that I would have much rather been around bullies than being at home. So I overcame both of those defeats in my life, and I'm standing here to inspire people who have gone through the same situations as me, and I want to show them that it is possible to overcome domestic violence, to overcome bullying, and to overcome things like sexual assault, and you are capable.
Why do you think that women should be entitled to earn what men earn?
We should earn the same as men earn because we are fully capable. We provide the same amount of effort, we provide the same amount of work ethic, and I believe that women are far more capable and should never even be compared to men because what we bring to the table is far more of what they can give. So thank you.
Then we have Onalena, who you guys know I've been obsessed with since the very beginning. I thought her outfit suited her perfectly. She looked amazing. She looked like a Miss South Africa. She really reminds me of Lelela Mswane in that way, where she is super, super polished. Her introduction was sort of short and sweet and to the point, but she is still very, very charismatic. Her story while she was answering her questions were very touching. There are some things in her second answer that I do not wholly agree with when it comes to men and women, and how she sort of took it too far by saying that, you know, women are much more valuable than men, essentially. That's not something that I completely agree with, but nevertheless, as a contestant, she did a great job at the Top 30 Judging Day.
Hello everyone, my name is Falisa Lombard. I'm 25 years old and I am a full-time final year medical student as well as a part-time model. I have an undergraduate degree in biomedical sciences and an honors degree in neuroscience, and it's just such a privilege to be here today.
Peleza, I think there's been quite a bit of social media hate and xenophobia at the moment, and I want to ask you how that makes you feel if you've been targeted, and how you feel that whoever has been targeted can overcome this, and what you have to say about it.
Thank you so much for the questions. Obviously, a very relevant one. We've been doing workshops, with SSA, and I think they've been very vital to how I'm taking on this backlash that I'm receiving. As soon as I saw the tweets that came out, the messages, horrible messages, I just shut them down. I personally, my stance towards it is I don't have the time to deal with something that's so misinformed and filled with so much hatred. I don't think someone that tries to tear people down, that are doing really brave things, that take so much courage to get on a stage like this and just be so vulnerable, you know, and show yourself like, I'm here for you to judge me. Yes, I'm there for the world to judge me, but I hope that they see the true me in that judgment, and I don't think that person sees that. My only qualm is that my mother was also attacked. That's not okay. For me, that's not okay. My mom is my everything, so thank you so much.
And so what's your biggest fear and why?
My biggest fear is, leading off of my first question, losing my mom. It's something that I know is inevitable. My mom is my rock, she's my inspiration, she's my motivation, she's my cheerleader. She keeps me going every single day. I talk to my mom every day. If I have a little cramp in my toe, I talk to my mom. If I feel like I'm taking on the world, I'm on this stage, I talk to my mom. So without her, I wouldn't be me.
Lastly, we had Palesa. I actually liked Palesa's outfit. It's sort of plain, but then it does have this interesting cutout with this sort of sparkly type of rope thingy going through it. I liked it. She's very calm and collected, which I love, and she gave lovely and clear answers, and it was very, very touching for me when she answered about her mom. She nailed Q&A, especially because they asked her some serious questions about people who have been attacking the Miss South Africa organization by allowing so many diverse groups of women, which I think is just such a facepalm moment, because South Africa is the rainbow nation. Of course we're going to have people from different ethnicities, different countries, different backgrounds, different heritages competing for Miss South Africa, because they still are South African no matter what their heritage is. And I'm not even sure how they pinpointed Palesa when there are so many different women who have competed at Miss South Africa. I mean, by their logic, the current Miss South Africa shouldn't be Miss South Africa either. I don't understand people with this sort of mentality, but her response to it was very graceful. I like Palesa. I like Palesa a lot. I feel like she has what it takes to do well. She obviously, aesthetically, with styling, she does need to step it up a bit, but I'm very sure the Miss South Africa organization will help with that within the coming weeks. I mean, we saw the transformation of the contestants last year, so that's not a really big concern for me. So yes guys, those were my top 10 from the Miss South Africa 2024 Top 30 Judging Day. Let me know what you guys think. Everything is moving so fast. Pretty soon we're gonna have crown chasers, and then we're gonna actually see who got into the top 25 and so on and so forth. I don't know if they're going to be eliminating 5 girls, because as I understand it, there are supposed to be 5 or 6 episodes of crown chasers. We'll have to see what happens. I'm very excited for crown chasers this year. You guys know last year I really enjoyed covering crown chasers on my channel. It is free for everyone to watch, so you don't have to wait for me to come out with something like I had to do with Top 30 Judging Day. Crown Chasers is completely free to watch on the Miss South Africa app for anyone around the world, and also on SABC3 for anyone in South Africa. So let me know what you guys think about the Top 30 Judging Day. If you did watch it, I would love to know. I did a whole review on it. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.